What is up, everybody? My name is Hyken, and today we have a very special unboxing. We are taking a look at the Logitech gpro X Superlight. Now, I have been waiting for a while to get my hands on this thing. I wasn't quite able to pull the trigger on a $150 mouse. However, a $130 mouse, that's a little bit better. So yes, this is on sale right now at the time of recording. It is March 6th. For $130 instead of the usual $150. That might be a permanent price change. I'm not entirely sure. But let's go over the technical specifications on this thing. So we've got Logitech's Lightspeed wireless technology, zero additive PTFE feet, a Logitech Hero sensor going from 100 to 25,600 DPI. Although if you're using that many DPI, I think you're kind of doing it wrong. 1000 hertz USB report rate and a 70-hour battery life. Very nice. And that weight, that super light weight that they are marketing with, is a total of 63 grams, which is a very nice weight. So without further ado, let's unbox this. Now, I normally do these live. However, I just couldn't wait for this one, so I'm recording this separately. Here is the mouse. Look at that, dude. That is cool. Okay, taking the mouse out of the box now. We've got it right here. Matte coating, kind of a smooth matte coating. That's not a very textured matte coating. I generally prefer a more textured matte coating, but this is definitely smooth. So I'm wondering if this is going to cause issues. You know, if my hands are feeling particularly sweaty. I am seeing some marks left from my finger oil. Not sure how well the camera's picking that up, but they are fading very quickly. So I do like to see that. You know, if I do see a lot of finger oils on this mouse, you know, I'm going to call that out. So got side buttons there, just on one side. The previous gpro wireless did have side buttons on this side as well. None of that on this mouse. Let's peel this off. And we've got those zero additive white PTFE feet down here. I wonder if... Okay, cool. Just making sure there's not like an additional cover on those. I assume this is a power switch right here. And then what is under here? Oh, I'd imagine that's where the USB receiver would go. However, it is not there currently, so I would assume it's somewhere else in the box. Cool. Onboard storage for that is super nice. I'm actually probably going to leave this off just to cut a little bit of extra weight, so I'm just going to set that over there. Let's see what else is in this box. So picking that up, let's get that out of here. Play to win. Okay, we've got that. And right here, we have a... It's actually got a little weight to it. I think that's some kind of metal, or at least a very, very thick plastic dongle right here. And then we have that USB receiver right in there. It does say Pro X. Not sure how well you can read that, but it does say Pro X, so you know what all of your little tiny wireless receivers go to. I like that. Let's see what's in here. I'd imagine it's our cable, as you know, it's labeled. But there might be other stuff in here too. Let's see. In the packet, we have, if I could open this, get everything out and tell you. All right. So we have an alternate, I guess, cover. That's what this would be. This one actually has a bit of a PTFE foot on it. So if you're worried about not having enough glide, you can throw this sucker on and have a whole lot more. You know, some people like to have a bit more foot coverage, and that is there for you. Let's see. This must be some kind of cloth just for cleaning the feet off, I would imagine, or the mouse. Not entirely sure. We do have some grips, which I might want to use. We'll see how I'm able to grip that. But we do have the sides and the left and right mouse button. We have a big old Logitech sticker. And then let's see, I believe this is just going to be a product manual, warranty info, stuff like that. Yeah, this is a startup guide. So you plug the mouse in and you download their software, you turn it on, nice and easy, like that. Okay. I'll go over this stuff later. That's boring. You don't want to see that. All right. Also in here, we have our cable. Unfortunate that this is actually a rubber cable, not a braided cable. With a 70-hour battery life, you are probably not going to be using this mouse in wired mode very often. However, it is kind of disappointing on a $130 to $150 mouse that we don't have a braided cable, that instead we're getting stuck with this rubber cable. Might be a really good rubber cable. We'll see. That's kind of disappointing though. Not gonna lie. However, you know, this is a standard USB. Oh, that is a micro USB. I thought that was a USB type C, but that is a micro USB. Okay, well, either way, that's a little disappointing. From a convenience perspective, it's not a huge deal, but there's a good chance that you'll be able to use any micro USB cable in there. It looks like the opening has enough space. With some mice with this front charging port, they'll make the opening, the plastic around it, way too small to get any other type of cable in there that's not the cable that comes with the mouse. You might not have that problem here. It does look like there's ample room around here for another cable to fit, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, micro USB is kind of unfortunate, not gonna lie. Not a huge deal by any means, but definitely kind of a convenience thing that I've grown used to. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but anyways, that covers the contents of the box, I believe, unless there's something under there, which there is not. I'm gonna get this stuff packed up really quick and give you some first impressions of the mouse and see where we're at from there. All right, so I've got the mouse plugged in to my computer and turned on. Now, one thing to note is that there is no DPI on here, and I did not take the time to read the manual to see if there's a certain combination of buttons that you can hold down to change the DPI on the mouse itself. So I'll need to make sure that I have Logitech G Hub installed so I can change the DPI. One thing that I am already noticing is some finger oil residue. You can kind of see it reflected right there under the thumb buttons. And keep in mind, I have literally had this mouse in my hands for about 10 minutes now, and it's already showing finger oil. I gotta say, I am disappointed in this coating. I would expect a whole lot better feeling to it, and just a more premium feeling to it also, from a $130 mouse. I'm definitely disappointed in the coating regard. I don't know if it's gonna slip around in my hand. I don't think it's going to, but this is definitely not a very premium feeling coating. I mean, something on like the HyperX Pulsefire Haste or the Viper Ultimate feels a lot more premium. I like a more matte coating, and this is it looks matte, but it feels almost more glossy, like a smooth glossy. Yeah, not a big fan of it. Thumb buttons feel fine. They're a little bit mushy, especially this front one. And as is usually the case with side buttons, the closer to this point right here between them that you push, the mushier they are. The farther out to here, usually about in the middle, you're fine, because that's where the actual like button is. But these are definitely not immune to those missteps. Main clicks, Omron 20 mils. Don't know why Logitech is still using Omron 20 mils, but they are. I guess they really seem to like them, or they get them for cheap, one of the two. Yeah, pre-travel on the left click is not great, not awful, but not great either. Same story on the right click. It is a little bit better, but still not really what I would expect out of a $130 to $150 mouse. Scroll wheel feels really good, actually. I'm a big fan of this scroll wheel. Big fan of the click. Yeah, that scroll wheel feels nice. I don't think everybody's gonna like it, but I'm definitely a fan of it personally. This mouse doesn't have any RGB like the previous Logitech G Pro wireless does. We'd have a light up Logitech logo there. Instead, we just have a solid no RGB. I'm okay with that. I don't care about RGB personally. I'd rather have a lower weight, which it seemed like Logitech agreed with that sentiment and gave us the lower weight. So yeah, I haven't gamed with this thing yet, so obviously take these first impressions with a grain of salt. Keep an eye out for that full review. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss it, and if you could drop a like on this video too, I would really appreciate it. This mouse was not cheap, so I would love it if this video could do well. Leaving a comment also really helps out the algorithm. I would greatly appreciate the support. All right, everybody, that'll do it for me today. Thank you very much for watching for this unboxing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.